Well, I said I might do it, and I went ahead and did it. I just swapped in a 430 rear differential into my 2022 BRZ. I picked up a diff on eBay, the full pumpkin, full assembly, everything for 650 bucks. The 430 was in the Toyota 86 and the BRZ from 2017 to 2020. It has a shorter final drive ratio, 430 instead of 410, and provides a little bit more performance, more torque in every gear. Does not affect the speedometer reading. It's just a direct bolt in, swap it right in, few bolts, zip, zip, zip. It costs about $300 in labor to have installed. In this video, we're gonna be talking about what it's like to drive the new 2022 BRZ with this shorter differential. Let's go hop in and we'll take this for a drive. We're still on the Bridgestone Potenza RE71 RS tires, Enkei RPF1 wheels, all the mods listed in the description. This BRZ is turning out to be very similar to my 2014 BRZ build. Yeah, it might turn out to be almost identical, minus a tune or something eventually. We'll see. First impressions on this 4.3 diff. Ooh, a little bit easier to drive at low speeds. Second gear starts are a bit nicer. First gear does run out pretty quickly. When I got this car, I always thought that the gearing was better, but it was still a little bit tall. I always wanted the BRZ to feel more like the Miata 6-speed gearing, a little bit closer, don't mind shifting a bit more in town, and I felt like the 430 would just be perfect. And so far, in the first couple weeks of driving this, it has been. It's probably my favorite mod that I've done on the car so far. So much more power, way more torque on the highway, and cruising RPM, as you'll see, isn't that much more than the 410. It's about 150 RPM higher than it was at 70 miles an hour. I haven't tested fuel economy yet, but we're going to be doing a fuel economy test comparing the 410 to the 430 differential. That's the only change that was made, and I'll get back to you guys in a future video. So, what does this do? Basically, this just lowers the final drive of the car. And somehow, I don't know this for sure, but I have a sneaking suspicion that this differential from the 2017 to 2020 BRZ Toyota 86 locks up a little bit quicker than the diff in the new 2022 Plus cars. It could just be the temperatures outside, but I feel like I'm getting a little bit more tail-happy action with this diff swap, and I like it. I like it a lot. It's a little bit more fun, a little bit more engaging and exciting to drive. Whereas before, I felt like the differential was tuned for maximum traction out of a corner. This throws a little bit of slip angle into the mix. So, driving impressions. What are the differences? What are the changes? Basically, this BRZ is now more fun to drive all of the time. It feels noticeably quicker. I'm able to shift a little bit more and have a bit more fun in this around town at legal speeds. The added power is subtle, but it's very noticeable. Engineering Explained did a great video on shorter gearing and how it kind of affects the torque curve of the car, and basically it just means that you have more torque everywhere in every gear all the time by going to a shorter final drive. The trade-off is on the highway, you're sitting at a slightly higher RPM. So, 70 miles an hour. Here we go, 70 miles an hour. We are sitting at 3,150 RPM. Before we were right at 3 grand. Let's see what 75 is. So 75 miles per hour. We are at 3,400 RPM. Okay, getting a little bit higher up there. What about 80? 80 miles per hour, 3,600 RPM. Not bad. I think that's still fine. If anything, these four-cylinder engines don't mind a few more revs. We'll see how much this actually affects fuel economy at the end of the day. I anticipate it's going to be negligible and will be well worth the extra performance and enjoyment factor that I'm getting out of this BRZ. One of my favorite things about this swap is just the extra power that I get in 6th gear. Yes, we're cruising at a slightly higher RPM. Let's see what our torque curve says. Yeah, we're kind of right in that peak power level now at 70 miles an hour. But I don't have to downshift to pass vehicles. This really gives you a pretty satisfying shove in 6th gear at about 3,500 RPM now, which is just awesome. Also, before, at 45 miles an hour, 40 miles an hour, just cruising around town, I was bogging in 6th gear. I had to stay in 5th. And now I can stay in 6th gear pretty comfortably, just going normal speeds. And that makes me a little bit more comfortable with driving this car. It's nice, not lugging the engine as often. All right, let's shift some gears here. Still loving this setup. Stock suspension, a little bit of front camber. These Bridgestone Potenza RE71 RS tires are performing amazingly well, even in 60-degree Fahrenheit temperatures, which is a bit of a surprise. I still need to test these in the wet. Let's see what 2nd gear does in this BRZ. All right, so 2nd gear start, easy peasy, no issues, not too much clutch slip. All right, top of 2nd is 57 miles per hour at redline. Not bad. Before, it was probably closer to 59, 60. I don't know exactly, can't remember. I don't know if I ever redlined it in 2nd and held it there before. This car actually has some pretty decent performance in a straight line. It's impressive. Again, this is all seat of the pants stuff, but it's a pretty big noticeable difference. And I just think so much more fun to drive. I am really loving this car right now. It has just been so great to own this thing. It has exceeded all of my expectations. I'm really excited to get started with the winter build portion of this journey. Get some winter tires, a pretty cool wheel setup here soon. Yeah, it's gonna be a good time. This really pulls now. It feels like I got a tune, and engine tune is stock here. That's the extra power that I feel like I've gained from this differential swap. Try to get this out on track this week or next for you guys and really kind of see if some of the modifications I did recently, like the DBA 4000 rotors, the differential, and these tires really add up and make a big difference on track. Shooting for M1 Concours, and that'll be a really nice benchmark because the last time I drove an M1, this car was bone stock, except for R888s, but that's okay. It had a lot of understeer, camber fixed that, and I think this is going to be a much better car than it was at the beginning of this spring. I don't know if I've stressed this in other videos, but it was a pretty long journey deciding to actually buy this car when I did. I was considering a lot of other options, most of which cost twice as much. Camaro SS1LE, ZL1, Tesla Model 3, Viper, RS3, all sorts of crazy stuff. And you know, I am so glad I bought this BRZ over any of those other options. I have been having more fun in this car than I ever did in my last BRZ. The modifications that I've thrown at it, that I've done so far, have really taken well to the chassis and improved the driving experience. Just little things. I don't want to really modify this car outside of its original intended purpose. The only thing that I might play around with this winter is a small lift. I'd kind of like to do a light safari build on this, / rally build, and take it out ice racing, maybe do a rallycross here and there, and just lift the ride height up slightly to tackle this Michigan winter. And if I want to, in the spring, I can lower it again and put it back to stock ride height / track day spec. But this little BRZ has really blown me away in this first 6 months or so of ownership. I have just loved every minute driving this car. Every time I get in it, it's kind of a little bit of a reset for me. I've really been enjoying this BRZ, and I would highly recommend it to anyone who's looking for a sports car in this class and something that they can drive, grow, and learn with and progress with over time. It's just I think this is kind of the new answer. The answer has always been Miata, but now I think there's another answer, and that is BRZ GR86. One thing I didn't expect with this modification is that I have a little bit more deceleration off throttle too, a little more engine braking, which is kind of a pleasant surprise. Not using the brakes as much. The seller on eBay said that this differential had 20,000 miles on it. Pulled the drain plug, it looked pretty clean. The differential that I had on this car, the stock factory 410, had a bunch of metal shavings on the drain plug magnet, which is pretty typical for the first diff oil change. But anyway, it's pretty easy to find a reasonably priced, low mileage 430 differential. There's always a handful of them up on eBay, and yeah, this has been a great mod. I'm really happy with how everything turned out. All said and done, it was about $1,000 installed, and I think for the value, money pretty well spent, especially considering there really aren't a lot of power mods for these cars out right now. No real tunes, off-the-shelf tunes. With my last BRZ, Open Flash tablet came out with some off-the-shelf tunes that were fantastic. You could run E85, you could do a 93 octane tune. They were just plug and play, and the cars drove really well on them. I put probably 40,000 miles on my Open Flash tablet Stage 2 tune with the header and exhaust. But not necessarily the case with this second-gen BRZ GR86. And if you want a little bit more power, this is a really, really nice way to go. So here we are cruising 40 miles an hour, 6th gear, about 2,000 RPM. That's nice. Before we were sitting closer to, I don't know, 1,700, 1,600 at 40 miles an hour, and it was just bogging a little bit too much. It was uncomfortable. If you are a BRZ GR86 owner and you want a little bit more power, a little bit more torque, you want to be able to shift gears a little bit more and enjoy this car on the street, I would highly recommend a 430 rear differential swap. Okay, that's it for this one. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.